Hey everybody, this is Eric. I'm here with my 1986 Mark III Supra. Today I want to go over with you a kind of a special occasion. I can show you the entire power steering system on an early Mark III Supra. A lot of you may know that in somewhere like mid-1988, Toyota went to what's called a progressive power steering. The rack changed. I think the power steering pump changed. So I want to go through an early version. You don't often get to see these racks, but what I want to go over mostly in this video is the preventive maintenance that all of us need to do if we haven't done it already. And that will be to change all of your power steering hoses. By now, all of these hoses are completely deteriorating no matter how many miles are on your car. Simple age is going to deteriorate that rubber. So none of the molded hoses are available from Toyota. My car is an automatic, so the placement of the reservoir is different than a turbo model. So I'd like to show those of you who have what I have, how to do your maintenance. So let's start with just taking an overview of the whole system, starting with the reservoir. This reservoir, once you drain it out, you will open the cap and look down inside and notice all kinds of trash probably lying down on top of that screen filter. Extremely hard to clean this thing out. I don't care how much you try to rinse water through, it's really hard. I believe I found a replacement, which is a 2002 to 2007 Toyota Sequoia. Looks like it has the exact same mounting things. And it has the same port configuration for your hoses, okay? I'm gonna try one, see if it works. If it don't, I'm only out 20 or 30 bucks, no big deal. First hose you're gonna have to replace is the supply line coming out of the reservoir into the power steering pump, okay? This hose is a 5/8 inch power steering return line. You have to use power steering return line. It's a special stranded hose that is designed to handle that type of fluid, all right? You only need 2 feet of 5/8 inch hose. Since you can't buy the molded hose, you can take this and put the nice gentle bend, as long as you cut it at the right length. Do this when everything's in the car. Fit your hose up nice and perfectly so there's no kink in it, and you'll be fine, all right? It'll work just fine. That hose, like I said, feeds into the power steering pump. The discharge of the power steering pump is this banjo bolt, which feeds this power steering pressure line. And while I'm here, I want to point out what this is right here on the side. I'll try to remember to show you these two hoses that connect to this little valve. What this valve is for on the early cars is when you're under low speeds and you're using a lot of steering effort, like you're turning into a parking lot or a parking space, this valve is supposed to open up. When that valve opens up, it will allow air to come in from the hose from your air cleaner, and it will feed all the way over across the engine into a vacuum line. What this does is creating an artificial vacuum leak to slightly raise the RPM of your car, allowing this pump to be able to spin fast enough to give you the power assist you need. Try to remember to show you those hoses. Whether that system works or not, I have no idea. But anyway, that hose comes out, feeds all the way down and over into the farthest outermost port on your rack with another banjo bolt, okay? Out of that rack comes your return line. Here's another hose you're gonna have to replace. This is all the rest of the hoses are gonna be 3/8 inch power steering return line. Once again, you cannot buy this molded hose, but you can easily cut this the right length, and it's gonna end up with a shape about like this that you can connect to the steel line, which feeds over and underneath the car. And then there is another hose, okay? This is the problem. It's the only hose I haven't changed yet. And you can see from this, you can't squeeze this stuff anymore. This is the problem with these hoses. It's so hard and brittle. Even your compression clamps won't squeeze the hose anymore. I even tried on some putting a regular hose clamp. It's like trying to squeeze a rock. The hose is too hard. And the internals of the hose are breaking down and fall apart and just circulating through our system. Okay. Now I want to show you where it goes from here. We're almost done. That hose comes up and underneath the car and loops in to this pipe. All right. This pipe feeds out through the core support and over to here. This is what they considered a power steering cooler. In the early days, it's nothing more than a loop that you see here. Goes in, loops around, comes back. The later PPS cars have a whole radiator looking heat exchanger here instead of this loop. Early cars, this is what you got. That pipe comes back, goes around back through the core support, comes up right next to the other pipe where you have your last piece of hose to replace another piece of 3/8, which comes up and attaches into your reservoir. Okay? Let me get the reservoir real quick. I want to show you. You'll have no problem once you put this in, okay, to matching up your hose, like I said, to the right length to get these to sit in place without any kinks. Your other hose feeding the power steer pump, the 5/8 line comes out, feeds right over the top and down into the power steering pump. Now, my biggest suggestion in doing any of this is don't make the same mistake I did, which was sit here, drain the fluid out from the bottom at the lowest point, but then sit here and try to struggle getting these hoses off. They are so conformed to the shape of this reservoir and are so hard, you might end up having to cut them off to keep from damaging your reservoir, or buy a new one like I'm going to attempt to do. So my suggestion is, once you've drained it out from the bottom, the first thing to do is to remove the supply line feeding your power steering pump. It's going to be probably the easiest hose to get off anyway. Remove that hose, so that when you're sitting here fiddling with all this stuff, none of that debris is falling down into your power steering pump, okay? I don't think that's a big mistake I made, was like a big idiot, but hey, live and learn, right? At that point, you can go ahead and finagle and get all the rest of these off and change all your hoses. You're gonna need a total of less than 5 feet of 3/8 and 2 feet of 5/8 hose. What I intend to do also is on that last return line, this one here, I'm going to purchase a inline filter for power steering filter and probably insert that in the line here to try to collect any debris I couldn't flush out. All right, so I hope that helped, guys. Next I'm going to show you how to get this rack out. Appreciate you watching.